heart warmer of a story for you now. When Jenny Spence's dog, Über, bolted out of her car and disappeared into the night in Bristol, she was understandably distraught.
Yeah, she spent the hours scouring the streets of the city to no avail and feared she'd never see her best friend ever again. But the good folk of Bristol and further afield were determined to prove her wrong. Sarah Jane Bungay takes up the story.
I didn't think I'd see her again, to be honest. It was just an absolute miracle. I just felt so relieved and happy and just so grateful to everybody.
Walkies on more familiar territory in Frampton Cotterell. Only Über knows where her urban 5-day adventure in Bristol took her, but while she was missing, there were plenty of people looking for her. It all began with an internet appeal.
A large majority of people every day would be out and overnight looking for her. But I had a lady at midnight on Monday bringing me pizza and tea.
Sightings came in from Long Ashton to Lawrence Weston. It was a community coming together. Strangers who suddenly shared a common purpose.
Lots of people already ringing around the vets for me, rang like the bus services and would go up to taxi ranks and tell people. 5 policemen ring me who were off duty to tell me they'd heard about it and they would tell all their colleagues.
Hazel Nichols from Bedminster rushed to a gym in Long Ashton when she heard Über had been spotted on Monday night.
I just cooked chicken breast for my dog, so I took it down to the back of the David Lloyd Centre, and Jenny was in the car park, already caught the dog, and I just called out to her because I knew it was her, and I said, Jenny, she had Hazel, and we ran to each other with our arms around each other, and we were crying, and she had the dog, and the dog loved the chicken breast.
And Carolyn Meat played the most pivotal role, actually catching Über.
I just stroked her face, and as soon as I could get near to that collar, I just hooked my hands in there, and that was it. And all I had was my dressing gown cord, because that's all I could find in my car, strangely.
So glad to hear the good news. Lots of cuddles to Über and a nice steak for breakfast. Because I really restored my faith in humankind. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I never would even know where she was if all of those people hadn't have even just started sharing the page or just even talking. I just can't thank everyone enough.
Oh, power of the web, but for good. Now it's time to move to the weather, and the threat of snow, I think, is what you're thinking about, isn't it, Ian?
Indeed. Über caught at just the right moment, I suspect. It would have been a very chilly Über if it had been still out and about come Friday, and indeed through the course of tonight, for that matter.